I need to tell you something that I've been holding close to my heart, something that came to me during one of those nights when sleep wouldn't come and the weight of everything felt almost unbearable. You know those nights, don't you? When you lie there staring at the ceiling, replaying every decision, every mistake, every moment of exhaustion, wondering how much longer you can keep going. I want you to know that what you're feeling right now, this bone-deep tiredness that seems to seep into every corner of your life, the universe sees it. The universe knows. And this moment right now, you finding this video, it's not an accident. It's a sign. It's the universe reaching out through the noise and chaos to tell you something vitally important. Keep going. But before we go deeper, I need your help with something. This channel exists because people like you watch, engage, and participate in building this community of souls who are all walking similar paths. So here's what I'm asking. Let's reach 100 comments on this video. 100 voices saying, I'm here, I'm tired, but I'm still fighting. And please, I'm begging you, watch this all the way through. The algorithm rewards those who stay, and when you watch until the end, the universe and this platform both take notice. Subscribe if you haven't already. Turn on notifications, because the content we bring you is designed to arrive exactly when you need it most. Those who engage, who comment, who watch completely, they're the ones who get served our videos first. They're the ones the universe remembers. So do yourself this favor. Leave a comment right now, even just a motivational word or where you're watching from, because to continue helping you, the universe only asks that you participate in your own healing. Make your presence known. Claim your space in this community. We need to hit this goal to keep bringing you more inspiring stories like this one. Now let me tell you why you're so tired. You're tired because you've been fighting battles that nobody else can see. You wake up every morning and put on that mask. That face you show the world that says everything is fine, everything is under control. You go to work, or you handle your responsibilities, or you take care of everyone else, and you do it with a smile, or at least with competence. And nobody knows that inside you're screaming. Nobody knows that you're running on fumes. Nobody knows that you've been running on fumes for so long that you've forgotten what it feels like to actually be full, to actually be rested, to actually feel like yourself. You're tired because you've been carrying weight that was never meant to be carried alone. Maybe it's financial stress, that constant anxiety about money that colors every decision you make. You lie awake at night doing mental calculations, trying to figure out how to make everything work, how to pay the bills and still have something left over, how to build a future when you're barely surviving the present. Every unexpected expense feels like a catastrophe. Every financial setback feels like proof that you're failing, that you'll never get ahead, that you're destined to struggle forever. The weight of it is crushing, and you're tired of carrying it. Or maybe you're tired because of love, or the lack of it. Maybe you're in a relationship that takes more than it gives, where you're constantly trying to fix things or make things work, or be enough for someone who can't see your value. You're exhausted from trying to be understood by someone who doesn't want to understand you. You're worn out from giving and giving and giving and receiving so little in return. Or maybe you're alone, and you're tired of being alone, tired of going to bed by yourself and waking up by yourself and facing every challenge by yourself. You're tired of pretending that you don't need anyone, that you're fine with solitude, when the truth is that your heart aches for connection, for someone who sees you, really sees you, and loves what they see. Or perhaps you're spiritually exhausted. You've been searching for meaning, for purpose, for some sign that your life matters, that you're on the right path, that all of this struggle is leading somewhere. You've prayed or meditated or asked the universe for guidance, and sometimes it feels like you're shouting into a void. You've tried to stay positive, to maintain your faith, to believe that things will get better, but it's so hard when the evidence suggests otherwise. You're tired of being strong. You're tired of being faithful. You're tired of waiting for things to change. Here's what I want you to understand. Your tiredness is not a weakness. It's not a sign that you're failing or that you're not strong enough or that you should give up. Your tiredness is actually a sign that you've been incredibly strong for a very long time. You don't get this tired from being weak. You get this tired from being strong for so long that your strength has become exhausted. You get this tired from carrying heavy loads, from facing difficult challenges, from refusing to give up even when everything in you wanted to quit. The universe sees this. The universe has watched you struggle and strive and push forward when anyone else would have stopped. The universe has witnessed every tear you've cried in private, every moment of despair you've hidden from others, every time you wanted to collapse but forced yourself to take one more step. And the universe is sending you this message right now, through these words, through this moment. You are not forgotten. Your struggle has not gone unnoticed. Your strength has not been invisible. And this tiredness you feel, it's not the end of your story, it's actually the beginning of something new. Let me tell you about the seasons of life, because understanding this will change everything for you. In nature, there are times of growth and times of rest. There are seasons when the trees are full and green and bursting with life, and there are seasons when those same trees stand bare and dormant, looking dead, but actually gathering strength for the next cycle of growth. We humans, we forget that we're part of nature too. We think we should be growing and achieving and producing all the time. We think that rest is laziness, that tiredness is weakness, that slowing down is failure. But that's not how the universe works. Right now, you're in a season of exhaustion, and that's okay. That's actually necessary. You've been in a season of intense growth or intense struggle or intense output, and your soul is tired. Your spirit needs rest. Your body needs restoration. And the universe is telling you that it's okay to acknowledge this. It's okay to say, I'm tired, without immediately following it with, but I'm fine, or, but I'll keep going, or, but I can handle it. Just, I'm tired. Full stop. That's enough. That's true, that's valid. But here's the crucial part, and this is why this message found you today. Being tired doesn't mean stopping. It means adjusting. It means being gentler with yourself. It means understanding that you're in a season that requires different energy, different expectations, different approaches. You can continue moving forward, but you don't have to sprint anymore. You can walk. You can even crawl if that's all you've got. The direction matters more than the speed. Let's talk about practical things now, because the universe doesn't just send signs, it sends solutions. Your spiritual exhaustion needs spiritual nourishment. Your financial stress needs financial wisdom. Your emotional depletion needs emotional healing. Let's address each one. Financially, I know you're tired of struggling. I know you're tired of feeling like you're swimming upstream, like everyone else got a manual for prosperity that you never received. Here's what I need you to understand. Financial peace doesn't come from having more money, although money certainly helps. Financial peace comes from changing your relationship with money. Right now, money probably feels like your enemy, like this force that's always scarce, always slipping away, always causing stress. But money is just energy. It's a tool. And like any tool, it responds to how you handle it. Start small. I'm not going to tell you to create a complicated budget or invest in things you don't understand or pretend that positive thinking alone will fill your bank account. That's not realistic, and you're too tired for fairy tales. What I am telling you is this. Take control of one small financial thing today. Just one. Maybe it's looking at your bank account instead of avoiding it. Maybe it's cutting one expense that doesn't actually bring you joy or value. Maybe it's having one honest conversation about money with someone you trust. Maybe it's researching one way to increase your income, even slightly. One small action, that's all. Because when you're exhausted, small actions are actually revolutionary acts. They're you telling the universe, I'm tired, but I'm still here, I'm still trying. And here's something the universe wants you to know about money. The fear of not having enough is often worse than the reality of having less. I know people who are wealthy and miserable, and I know people who have very little and are genuinely content. The difference isn't in their bank accounts. It's in their peace. It's in their ability to be present instead of constantly anxious. It's in their trust that they will be okay, that they will figure it out, that they have survived every difficult financial moment up until now, and they will survive the next ones too. You need to cultivate that trust, not blind optimism, but earned trust based on your own resilience. You've made it this far, you're still here. That's evidence that you're stronger than your circumstances. Now let's talk about love, because I know that's where many of you are bleeding. You're tired of love that hurts. You're tired of relationships that drain you. You're tired of feeling like you're not enough, or like you're too much, or like you'll never find someone who truly gets you. Or maybe you're tired of being alone, Tired of that ache in your chest when you see couples together? Tired of holidays spent without someone to share them with? Tired of going through life's big moments without a partner to celebrate or commiserate with? Here's what the universe wants you to know. You are not unlovable. You're not too damaged. You're not too old or too broken or too complicated. What you are is tired, and there's a reason for that. You've been pouring from an empty cup. You've been trying to love others when you haven't learned to truly love yourself. And I know you've heard that before, love yourself. And it probably sounds like empty advice, like one more thing you're failing at. But hear me out. Loving yourself when you're this tired doesn't mean bubble baths and positive affirmations, although those can be nice. Loving yourself when you're exhausted means having your own back. It means saying, I see how hard I'm trying, and that counts for something. It means setting boundaries even when people don't like them. It means choosing rest over productivity sometimes. It means forgiving yourself for the mistakes you've made, the relationships that didn't work out, the ways you've fallen short of your own expectations. It means treating yourself with the same compassion you'd show a dear friend who was struggling. And regarding romantic love, here's the truth. The right person will not exhaust you. The right relationship will not leave you feeling depleted and questioning your worth. Yes, all relationships require work and effort, but there's a difference between the good kind of work, where you're building something together, and the exhausting kind of work, where you're constantly trying to prove you're worthy of love. You don't need to prove anything. Your worthiness of love is inherent. It came with your existence. Anyone who makes you feel like you need to earn their love is not your person. If you're in a relationship that's draining you, the universe is giving you permission to rest from it, to evaluate it honestly, to ask yourself if this is really where you want to invest your limited energy. And if you're single and lonely, the universe is reminding you that being alone is different from being lonely, and that sometimes the alone time is necessary for you to remember who you are, what you want, what you will and won't accept. Use this tired season to get clear. Use it to heal. Use it to build yourself into the person who won't settle for breadcrumbs because you remember what a full meal tastes like. Now, spiritually, this is where things get really important. You're here watching this video because something in your spirit recognized that it needed to hear this message. That recognition, that intuition, that's your connection to something bigger than yourself. That's the universe communicating with you. And if you're feeling spiritually exhausted, it's probably because you've been disconnected from that source, from that well of peace and purpose that exists within you and around you. Spiritual exhaustion happens when we forget that we're not meant to do this alone. I don't care what your religious or spiritual beliefs are, whether you believe in God or the universe or source energy or just the interconnectedness of all things. Whatever you call it, there's a force that's larger than you, wiser than you, more powerful than you, and it's on your side. It's not punishing you with this tiredness. It's not testing you to see if you'll break. It's guiding you towards something better. And sometimes the guidance comes in the form of exhaustion that forces you to stop, to reassess, to change course. When you're spiritually tired, you need spiritual rest. That means getting quiet. That means turning off all the noise, all the input, all the advice, all the content, all the voices telling you what you should do or be or want. Just get quiet and listen to your own soul. What is it telling you? What does it need? What is it crying out for? Maybe it needs forgiveness, maybe it needs acceptance, maybe it needs permission to grieve something you've been trying to get over instead of through. Maybe it needs you to finally admit that you're not okay, that you need help, that you can't do this alone anymore. Prayer or meditation or whatever your practice is, it's not about asking for things. It's about connecting to that source of strength and peace that exists beyond your circumstances. It's about remembering that you are more than your tiredness, more than your struggles, more than your failures and fears. You are a spiritual being having a human experience, and the human experience is hard sometimes. It's exhausting sometimes, but the spiritual part of you, that's eternal. That's unbreakable. That's connected to everything that's good and true and loving in the universe. Here's what I want you to do right now as you're watching or listening to this. Take a deep breath, a real one. Fill your lungs completely. Hold it for a moment. Now let it out slowly. Do that 2 more times. That's it. 3 deep breaths. Do you feel that? That's you present in your body, connected to this moment. That's the beginning of peace. That's the start of rest. You can do that anytime, anywhere, whenever the exhaustion threatens to overwhelm you. Breathe. Be present. Remember that you're still here, still alive, still capable of experiencing this moment. And in terms of finding peace when everything feels chaotic, here's what I've learned. Peace is not the absence of struggle. Peace is the presence of acceptance. It's you saying, this is hard and I'm tired and I don't know how it's all going to work out, but I'm going to trust that I'll figure it out, or that it will figure itself out, or that the universe will guide me toward what I need. It's you releasing the need to control everything, to fix everything, to have all the answers right now. It's you accepting that you're human and humans get tired, and that's okay. The universe has been sending you signs all along, but you've been too tired to see them. This video is a sign. That conversation you had last week that stuck with you, that was a sign. That book that fell off the shelf at the store, that was a sign. That song that came on the radio at exactly the right moment, that was a sign. That person who reached out to you out of nowhere, that was a sign. The universe is constantly communicating with us, but we have to be paying attention. And when you're exhausted, it's hard to pay attention to anything except the exhaustion itself. So here's what this particular sign is telling you. You are exactly where you need to be, even if where you are is tired and struggling and uncertain. This is not permanent. This is not your forever. This is a season, and seasons change. But you have to stop fighting the season you're in. You have to stop pretending you're not tired. Stop pushing yourself beyond your capacity. Stop believing that your worth is tied to your productivity or your strength or your ability to handle everything without breaking. You are allowed to be tired. You are allowed to rest. You are allowed to say, I need help, or I need a break, or I can't do this right anymore. You are allowed to be human. And here's the beautiful part. When you finally accept where you are, when you finally stop resisting your exhaustion and start honoring it, that's when things begin to shift. That's when the universe can actually help you, because you're no longer blocking the help with your pride or your fear or your belief that you have to do everything yourself. I want to tell you something that might sound strange. Your tiredness is actually preparing you for something better. Every person I know who has achieved something meaningful, who has found real peace, who has built a life they love, they all went through seasons of exhaustion first. They all had moments where they wanted to give up, where they didn't think they could continue, where everything felt too hard. But they kept going, not because they were superhuman, but because they learned to keep going differently. They learned to rest while moving. They learned to ask for help. They learned to release what wasn't serving them. They learned to trust the process even when the process was painful. You are being prepared right now. Your soul is being refined. Your character is being strengthened. Your faith is being deepened. And yes, it's exhausting, but exhaustion is not the end of your story. It's the middle. It's the dark night before the dawn. It's the winter before the spring. And if you can just hold on, if you can just keep taking those small steps forward, if you can just trust that the universe knows what it's doing even when you don't, you're going to look back on this time and realize it was necessary. You're going to see how it shaped you, how it taught you, how it prepared you for what came next. The universe is asking you to do something that feels almost impossible when you're this tired. Have faith. Not blind faith that everything will magically get better without any effort from you, but faith that you have what it takes to get through this. Faith that you're stronger than you feel right now. Faith that the tiredness will lift, that the burden will lighten, that the path will become clearer. Faith that you're not alone, that you're being guided, that every step you've taken, even the painful ones, has been leading you somewhere meaningful. I want you to make yourself a promise right now. Promise that you'll be gentler with yourself. Promise that you'll celebrate small victories instead of only acknowledging big achievements. Promise that you'll rest without guilt. Promise that you'll ask for help when you need it. Promise that you'll trust the timing of your life even when it doesn't match your expectations. Promise that you'll keep going, but in a way that honors your humanity, your limitations, your need for grace. And I want you to know something else. You finding this video, you watching this far, that's evidence that you're still fighting. That's evidence that somewhere deep inside, underneath all that exhaustion, there's a part of you that still believes things can get better. That part of you, that tiny spark of hope, That's the universe living inside you. That's your connection to something greater. Don't let it go out. Feed it. Even if you can only feed it a little bit at a time. Watch videos like this. Read books that inspire you. Talk to people who uplift you. Do things that remind you who you are beneath the tiredness. You are not your exhaustion. You are not your struggles. You are not your financial stress or your relationship problems or your spiritual doubts. Those are things you're experiencing, but they're not who you are. Who you are is the consciousness experiencing them, the soul learning from them, the spirit being refined by them. And that soul, that spirit, it's unbreakable, it's eternal. It's connected to the same source that created the stars and the oceans and every beautiful thing you've ever witnessed. The universe brought you here today to tell you that it's okay to be tired, but it's not okay to give up. It's okay to rest, but it's not okay to stop believing. It's okay to struggle, but it's not okay to struggle alone when there are people and resources and divine assistance available to you. Reach out, ask for help, let people in, let the universe in. Stop trying to be so strong that you don't need anything or anyone. That's not strength. That's just exhaustion pretending to be independence. Real strength is acknowledging when you're tired and continuing anyway, but in a sustainable way. Real strength is setting boundaries. Real strength is saying no to things that drain you so you can say yes to things that fill you. Real strength is being vulnerable enough to admit that you're struggling. Real strength is trusting that the universe has your back, even when the evidence seems to suggest otherwise. So this is your sign. This is the universe reaching through the chaos to touch your heart and tell you, I see you. I know how tired you are. I know how hard you've been trying. I know how much you've been carrying, and I'm telling you that you can keep going. Not because it will be easy, but because you're capable of it. Not because the tiredness will disappear immediately, but because you can learn to move through it with more grace and less resistance. Not because you have to do it alone, but because you'll find help and support and guidance when you open yourself to receiving it. This message found you at exactly the right time. That's not a coincidence. The universe doesn't do coincidences. Everything is orchestrated, aligned, divinely timed. You needed to hear this today. You needed to be reminded that your struggle is not invisible, that your tiredness is not a weakness, that your persistence despite your exhaustion is actually one of the most courageous things a human can do. So take this sign and hold it close to your heart. When things get hard again, and they will because that's life, remember this moment. Remember that the universe spoke to you through these words and told you to keep going. Remember that you're not alone, that you're being guided, that your tiredness is temporary but your spirit is eternal. Remember that seasons change, that winter always gives way to spring, that the darkest hour comes just before dawn. You are going to make it through this. You are going to look back someday and be grateful for your own strength, for your refusal to give up, for the person this experience is shaping you into. You are going to find peace. You are going to find joy. You are going to find rest. But first you have to keep going, just a little bit further, just one more day, just one more step. The universe is with you. I am with you. Everyone who has ever felt this tired and kept going anyway is with you. You are part of an invisible army of exhausted warriors who refuse to surrender, who keep showing up, who keep trying, who keep believing that there's something better waiting on the other side of this struggle. This is your sign to continue. Not to sprint, not to pretend you're not tired, not to carry everything alone, but to continue anyway in whatever way you can, trusting that the universe knows exactly what it's doing, even when you don't. Especially when you don't. Keep going, beautiful soul. The best is yet to come. And if you want, tell me from which corner of the world you are watching this video. Your comment matters, and I want to read it and respond to you. For more exciting stories like this, click on the video that appears on your screen right now.